Hi, I'm Jay, escobarj.com. This video is intermittent fasting for beginners for weight loss. And today we're going to talk about how to start off, especially if you're beginning, how to start off intermittent fasting. And I've been doing intermittent fasting for about a year and a half now, consistently. And I can tell you that it absolutely works. And I actually started using it with the keto diet. I started eating the keto diet first. And then later, once I started doing more research, and as I was doing my exercise routine every day, it just made sense for intermittent fasting to infuse intermittent fasting with the ketogenic diet and exercise. And I saw tremendous results. I lost 75 pounds in 8 months. That's where the eight came from. And I'm actually in the best shape of my life right now. And I almost have a six pack. It's the last two sets are coming in. I have a very prominent four pack. And the last set's coming in now. You can see it. So technically it's a six pack, but it's not quite there yet for my liking. And I'm, physically I'm in the best shape of my life, cardiovascularly, I'm eating the best foods of my life. I feel the best of my life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I feel just my strongest right now. And it all started with getting my nutrition right and eating right. And intermittent fasting is a huge part of that. So what I want to teach you today is how to start off with intermittent fasting. And what I'm going to tell you to do is going to be difficult, to say the least. But if you do it, you will jumpstart and you will hit the ground sprinting with your intermittent fasting routine or regimen. And that is to start off with a 48 to 72 hour fast. Now, why would you do this, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. The reason you do this is because, again, you want to, when you're starting out and you're just doing this for the first time, you want to hit the ground running. You don't just want to start and then if you see minimal results, you're going to get discouraged and quit. You want to hit the ground running. If you're really committed to doing it and you're really committed to losing some weight, this is one of the best things that you can do to jumpstart your weight loss process. And the way you do that is by going on a longer term fast to start off. And that's going to reset your gut biome. And it's also going to reset your metabolism back to a neutral baseline. And that's going to help you to see results faster than if you just slowly ease into your intermittent fasting. Let's say you're eating a bunch of crap and your body is used to you eating that crap, because who knows how long you've been eating that crap for? Years, maybe, most likely in most people's cases. So if you've been eating junk food and even if you feel like you have been eating healthy, I promise you, what you think is healthy may not actually be what healthy actually is. If you look at the macronutrients and you break down the ingredients that you're actually consuming. And I was actually shocked, when I thought I was eating healthy, now that I know what I know now, I can think back to times when I thought that I was eating healthy back in the day, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that it was not healthy. I was eating a bunch of stuff that I thought was good, but there was a lot of crap that was in it. So by resetting your gut biome, that's going to allow your body to absorb any good nutrients that you put into it after your 48 to 72 hour fast to kick it off. On top of that, your metabolism will reset back to neutral. And the first thing you put into your body, as soon as you break your fast, your body's going to be very, very sensitive to whatever that thing is. So I highly recommend that you start educating yourself on what good nutrients actually are and proper nutrition. And what I highly recommend is using the keto diet to start for your food intake. But we're going to get to that in a later video. For now, we're just going to focus on starting with the 48 to 72 hour fast. Now, when you start with a longer fast, the other thing it's going to do is it's going to prepare you mentally for the days that you decide to use intermittent fasting. And the best way to do it, especially at first, is an every other day process. So One day you're just eating normal. You can eat 3 meals a day if you want. Make sure you're eating good, clean stuff though, because otherwise, if you're just eating junk and ice cream and cakes and candies and sugars, like this, really, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot. You're negating the process of intermittent fasting. It's not really going to do a whole lot for you unless you continue to do it for a consistent period of time. And so once you start with the 48 to 72-hour fast, that's hard. It's very difficult to go 48 hours or 72 hours without food. And if you start off with that, it's going to discipline your mind, because if you can do 48 to 72 hours, then a 16 to 24-hour fast 3 or 4 days a week is going to seem like nothing. You're going to be like, brush my shoulders off, right? And so so that's what I'm talking about. And if you can discipline and callous your mind to withstand a 48 to 72-hour fast, then doing those 16 to 24-hour fasts later is just going to feel like nothing, and it's going to be easy for you. Essentially, it's going to feel like nothing. And so the hard part with the 48 to 72-hour fast is that the hardest part of it is the first day, because that is when your body's going to be craving the most food. That is when you're going to get your cravings kicking in. You're going to want sugar, especially if you've eaten junk food. It's going to be really hard for you. Your body's going to go through some sort of like withdrawal, most likely. And you're really going to want to eat. But I promise you, if you go, there are people that go weeks without food. So you can do it. If you have a limiting belief that you can't do it, I promise you can do it. It's really not that hard. It just takes mental fortitude. It takes mental discipline. And the cool thing about doing this is if you do a 48 or 72-hour fast, let's say you do a 72-hour fast, each day you do it, it actually gets easier, because the more and more you go without food, the more and more your body will go into a state of ketosis, which means it's using fat stores for fuel. That's what gives you the energy instead of sugar and glucose. And you constantly needing a resupply of sugar and glucose to get your body needing that fix, or to start utilizing that fuel for energy. It'll switch over to ketosis. When that happens, you don't crave food as much. It's easier to go long periods of time without food when you're in a state of ketosis. And that's why each day you do the longer fast, it gets easier. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first part of a series of 5 videos I'm going to do on this topic of intermittent fasting. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you don't miss when I release another video. And then if you'd like help with this topic, if you need help with coming up with a routine or a regimen, or you need more information or education on intermittent fasting, you can visit my website at escobarj.com and book a coaching session, or you can also shoot me an email there also. At the very least, do me a favor and share this video with anybody or any of your friends and family on social media, any social media platform, as my purpose is to help as many people lose weight and self-actualize as possible. That being said, I will see you in the next video. I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always moving forward. Take care.